got another video here courtesy of Aiden Updates, which features the very popular live streamer Aiden Ross confessing to everybody about his opioid addiction. I'm only laughing because he's kind of lame and a bit of a dork. If this is the kid who's the poster child now for lean addiction and shit, lean is kind of, it's officially over. Lean is no more cool. Lean is no longer cool if Aiden Ross is the one being flipping, coming out and saying he's addicted to it and he had an issue. But it's also interesting because he doesn't really strike me as somebody that would be a drug addict in any way, shape, or form, or have that be an addiction because he looks the way he looks. But maybe that's part of the reasons why people get addicted, right? Is you're able to kind of keep these things on the wraps and kind of keep them away from prying eyes and kind of do them in private or whatever it may be. But anyway, this is Aiden Ross opening up about his opioid addiction, and we can hear about how he's, how he basically got in the clutches of lean and it become like a full-time thing, and now he's trying to, I guess, get over it. Let's see what he has to say.
Bro, it's Aiden. Hope everyone's been doing well, but hope everyone's been taking care of themselves. I'm here to open up to you guys about the title of the video. I'm just gonna get straight into it. I was on a binge drinking lean. If you guys don't know what that is, it's cough syrup. Do not do it. I'll talk more into it. I'll talk more about it.
Didn't he tell people not to watch porn? Then he got on live stream, started streaming porn, went on Pornhub and said, what do you guys want to watch? So now he's telling his kids, don't drink lean, it's bad. But most likely he's going to get online and buy lean online or something, show his live streamers, his live stream audience, or just send somebody a box of lean. You know what I mean? Like, this, I don't know what is real or not with this dude, or even though he's trolling. But let's continue.
Later on, but I was addicted to that. And I fell off my journey a little bit. And I started doing things and arrogance started coming out of me, and I became a version of myself I wasn't familiar with and people around me weren't. And just when I was off it, just fevers and sweats, and just became a really, really bad person, and stomach problems and constipation, just all sorts of crazy stuff, man. And, you end up in this trap. And for everyone that's suffering addiction, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And at first, you're like, I'll never do that. And then you end up doing it, and then you don't realize it then you don't realize that eventually you're addicted, and it takes you away and it steals you. And you got to boss up, man. And you got to really discipline yourself and really understand when an addiction happens and, make sure that you kill it. And I was lucky to kill it quicker than others. But it's still a very, very serious addiction. And I'm opening up to you guys about it. My Twitter community and some of my Twitch community was making fun of me about it. TikTok does, but I know my YouTube comment section, you guys have always been showing me.
By the way, why does he talk like that? Is that like a speech impediment? Is that like an accent? Or is he just like a little bit double-digit IQ? There's like a little, he's kind of got that thing that other streaming does. What's his name? That one from, it was like, yeah, stream, chat stream. I forgot that guy, XQC. He's got that kind of, I know I'm not the best person to criticize somebody's pronunciation because I do fuck up a fair amount of words, but he's got a particular way that he kind of, there's a particular beat to how he speaks. It's a bit, I don't know. I don't know. It just sounds like, like a kid that kind of left school early. He's kind of got that way of speaking. He kind of left school when he probably shouldn't have left school. Like, school didn't teach me nothing. That type of kid that says, when's the last time you used algebra in real life, bro? That kind of thing. It's like, maybe we should just stay in school just for the sake of just, socialization. Less to do with the actual mathematics of it. But hey, what do I know?
Love and it's honestly just so positive over here, man. I just feel so comfortable speaking freely, right? But I fell off my weight journey, as I said, and I plan on getting right back in the gym, guys. I spoke to Tristan and Andrew. They told me straight up, you need to punish yourself, like ASAP. You need to punish yourself. Don't go to the gym Monday. Go now. So I'm disciplining myself as we speak. When you're on opioids, you crave nothing but sweets. I got all these sweets out of my system. Like, I'm just trying to sweat all this stuff out of my system. All these things trying to get out of me. Throwing out everything, all junk food, back to a strict diet. Back to my weight gains, and back to spreading love and nothing but love. because we live in a world where evil is very, very contagious, and it just dwells and it exists on so many people, and it's horrible.
Aren't you
Another
evil?
thing I want to do is I want to use my platform, my message to really just let everyone know that you're not alone, man, and you know, this addiction stuff is real. I know a lot of people that are still addicted to it, not even just lean, bro, like just in general, just drugs and alcohol and all these things. And it's just horrible, bro. Like, you can be better, bro. Like, I get it, it's an escape, but it's just a trap. It's the devil just tempting you, bro. Like, you don't need that. You're you. I love you, and I'm here for you. You know, it's serious, man. And
What?
you know, I've been clean for about a week now. Getting off it, I took a little bit.
Of course he's been clean for a week. These LA types, they love fucking preaching about, you know, drug safety and precaution and whatnot and health overall after a week of sobriety. Fucking, what's her name? Cara Delevingne got a full flipping, I know she's not from LA, but still, you know what I mean. Cara Delevingne got a full flipping Vogue cover article, you know, over flipping quitting doing drugs for 3 months only, I think, or something less than that. Crazy amounts. After we saw her outside lying on the floor, spinning around, wearing socks and a cowboy hat, and acting completely cracked out, you get a flipping Vogue article over 3 months of sobriety. Now this guy is here after 1 week of sobriety, talking about how everything is a devil and that he's a leader and all this malarkey and I love you and all this shit. Like, get out of here. Do the work. Go and do the work first, and then come back to us after 6 months or more. Don't come here and tell us after flipping 3 months. Come on, brother. Really?
Break from streaming and videos and stuff, but you know, man, I'm getting back to my normal self, man. I'm getting happy again, and I was in such a dark hole, and I'm gonna open up more about it on my streams. I stream now, as you guys know, on Kick. Link in the bio if you want to tune in. And you're just gonna see a lot better from me. Yeah, I love all of you, man. Everyone stay up, everyone stay positive. I'm giving you guys a video, me in the gym. You guys need a gym video like at least once every 2 weeks, so you know I'm still locked in, and I will. I'm gonna make sure that I'm locked in for you guys, man. Hope everyone's doing really well, though, man. I miss you all very, very deeply and very well. And I love you all. Thank you all for being by my side no matter what. Even when I slip, you guys are there to catch me and remind me of who I am.
I know this is really dark for me to say this, but I'm just picturing this. I don't know why. I'm just picturing this video in like a compilation. Like, if something bad happens, this will be the video people look back on. Like, and just after this, he went back and, you know, flipping drowned his sorrows in a flipping tanker full of lean or something. That would be hilarious and very, very on brand for these type of people. Look, I think getting on top of your shit is good regardless, right?
I love you all for that.
Yeah, getting on top of your stuff when it comes, especially comes to drugs, is good regardless, right? I've spoken about it previously before myself. I've spoken about it on the AgostinhoZinga show, obviously my cultural commentary podcast. So if you're not subscribed to that, please make sure that you do. It's available on all podcasting platforms right now. And I've spoken about myself, and obviously it's something that's hard to kick, especially I'd imagine if you're a young guy like he is with you know, what you say, you'd say with a lot of kind of with a lot of means to be able to get what you want, right? He's a rich dude, he's young, he's got access to loads of things, he uses the internet, he can get on the darknet, get on flipping Telegram groups and be able to get exactly what he wants. So clearly the temptation for him is going to be far greater than maybe a regular person who has a regular job and responsibilities and maybe doesn't have the money and the means to get a hold of this stuff. I understand. But I also think there is something quite disingenuous about not really doing the work but then wanting to be rewarded for doing the work. Kind of feels like to me like that story that I always say about that article that I remember reading once, that the London Marathon has one of the highest dropout rates, and also I think the Boston Marathon too, before they put in changes. And why is that? Because allegedly the London Marathon and the Boston Marathon have this thing where once you get selected to run these races, which are very in demand, they're super oversubscribed, everyone wants to run these famous races, they select you. You also have to pay, of course, to get the ticket, but you get selected to purchase the place. And once you get selected, once you purchase the place, they send you a graphic, this little thing that you can share on your Instagram, whatever it may be, that basically says, hey, I got selected, I'm running the race. And that graphic alone, when you share it, usually will lead to you getting way more likes and engagement on any post that you ever did previously. So people would share that graphic, get all the likes and comments that, you know, that would make them happy and let them kind of, you know, get that dopamine hit. But then it may not lead to them actually following through and running the race because they feel like they've already done it by getting a dopamine hit, so people liking their flipping thing. And I feel like some of these kind of premature premature, I've beat the addiction, I'm now drug free, 1 week, 3 month things are kind of celebrating somebody doing the bare minimum or doing the kind of beginning stages of the work. I think actually going through the fire and going past that 6 month threshold, year threshold, and then coming back and reporting back to the people and to the community at large, hey, here's what I found, here's work that I've done, here's the challenges, is way better than these kind of premature success stories that they're trying to basically flaunt in a way to essentially, provide a little bit of a weird promotional bump and content little jump for them, which is, I think, partly the reason as well. Again, maybe I'm looking at it a little bit too cynical, I know that, but I'm also kind of tired of these sort of like, short amount of times of sobriety and then coming out and preaching to people. I know he's only sharing it with his community, I understand that, but that's the perspective I have on it. And then lastly, just wanted to say, if this kid is doing lean, then clearly lean isn't as cool as it once was. It just isn't. It's just completely lost all its luster. But then the actual dangerous and sad part about it is that as dweeby and as dorky as Aiden Ross is, he's probably more representative of what actual normal kids are like, the world at large. That's why he's so popular. Kids connect with him because they see themselves in him. So if he's doing lean to that extent, it's kind of scary for the kids out there. It's scary because it means, are they getting influenced by him? Were they doing it anyway because at this age where they're kind of fascinated by it because they hear all their favorite rappers talking about it? That's the scary side about it. So I think if you're a parent out there, the things that you have to navigate when you have young kids that sort of age is scary, man. Super spooky. And the access that they have to stuff, it just makes you worried all the time. You don't know what they're doing. You don't want to be super controlling because you know it's going to push them away, but you also want them to make sure that they can be free to tell you, how they're feeling about certain things and be open about it so you can kind of deal with it together. It must be really hard to kind of deal with overall, man. I don't envy parents in the slightest who have kids around that sort of age, especially if they look after these type of people personally. But hey, I do appreciate them more. But yeah, big him up anyway. Hopefully he does get back on the right track and he is able to inspire kids to basically do the same thing also. That's what you're hoping. What we were saying here in the chat, Natasha Ski saying, I got blocked out of my apartment during an NOC marathon one year trying to get a bagel and I was miserably hungover because it was the morning after Halloween. Imagine that. Sorry to hear that, Natasha Ski. Sheikh Kyle said he is hurting himself. Ricky Pitcher says, can't fug when you're stuck in the mud, if you know what I'm saying. Yep, cool. Uche is saying, I'm in a year clean and still don't think I've got it figured out. Premature cockiness will bite you in the arse for sure. Yeah, look, I'm sure there's a way. I'm sure I'm wrong as well. I'm sure I'm wrong. I'm sure there's something to be said for keeping people updated and, bearing your soul early on in your kind of recovery process. I'm sure there is something to it. I'm sure there is. And I'm no one to speak as well because I have my issues. I know. But there's something about this kind of like, I don't know, it kind of is like a weird, like there's a point in time where I kind of really started to hate girls and women out there who were doing the whole like, I'm pregnant thing, the whole baby shower thing, the whole like, like taking, hey, thank you for super chat, Ricky Picture.
Is it insensitive if I give this to you to buy lean?
No. Pick up Ricky Picture. Definitely not, mate, because I'll definitely go out and buy it. Don't play with me. Don't threaten me with a fucking good time. Don't dare me to have fun, all right? Because I'll go out and have it, and I'll tell you about it. I won't lie. I won't get on you and say, "Oh, I'm 4 months into this and I'm a soldier." It's like, no. I'll tell you about my mishaps. I tell you all the time. Going to fucking rave sober is fucking awful. I'd much rather be yacked out of my mind, but I'm also aware that I am not the guy that I once was, and I also want to make something of my life, so I have to kind of balance up those two things. But yeah, bring up Ricky Picture, but I think some of this premature kind of cockiness when it comes to sobriety kind of reminds me of why I started to hate all that baby shower shit that people are doing. Beyonce kind of popularized it, right? That one picture that she took when she had one of her first kids, I think it might be Blue Ivy, and she took that picture where it was an amazing picture where I think it might be David LaChapelle took it, right? Where she's like, this, that picture I'm talking about, that Beyonce announcing a pregnancy thing. And I think ever since then, everyone else has copied it, and everyone else does it to the certain extent, right? They'll put a picture of the ultrasound, they'll do a photo shoot of the guy holding the belly, the kissing of the belly, every like Kiki Palmer, every fucking picture of the fucking red carpet, the belly, Rihanna, the belly. It's like, look, women have kids every day. People get pregnant all the time. It's not that big of a deal, right? And it became this whole celebration. Oh, yeah, pregnant. Same thing goes with fucking. We need people who were once druggies now deciding, no, I don't want to be druggies anymore. People get sober every single time. Why is your flipping story way more important than others? And also, you're only 3 months sober, 1 week sober, and now you're trying to tell us stuff. Leave us alone. Leave us alone. And what's Cloud to be saying? We all agree, but we know what is genuine. Yeah, big up. But I don't know. Again, look, I'm probably incorrect in this. I know. I'm very redacted and very kind of weird with some of my opinions, and they probably don't make any sense. And I know for sure there are people doing a good work out there, but hey, for me, I find it annoying. Anytime I see a picture of a girl showing a picture of herself that's pregnant, showcasing her belly, the first thing I do is report that tweet for spam, for harassment, for whatever. I do it all the time. I just want to be one little hater in the wind there in the background, just hating on it. I'm not going to double tap it, not going to retweet it. I'm just going to report it. Spam harassment. Spam harassment. Spam harassment. I do it all the time on the slide. I'm just confessing to you now, but I do it all the time. Spam harassment. Spam harassment. Get your account locked, man. Fuck out of here. Give a shit about your baby. Anyway, moving on.